Carrie because I am suing for the $430 that I accumulated in medical bills. I was living with the defendant, Melissa, for a while, and then her sister, Carrie, moved in. And basically, one night we had an argument, and Carrie came in and pushed me. I sprained my wrist, and the $430 is the emergency room visit bill.
So you two had a fight?
Melissa and I were arguing, and then Carrie stepped in the middle to do what? I don't know.
Okay, who's Melissa and who's Carrie?
I'm Melissa.
You're
I'm
Melissa,
Carrie.
and you're Carrie. Okay, so you said Carrie
Yes, Your Honor.
is who you're alleging Miss Sim put her hands on you?
Carrie put her hands on me, yes.
Okay, so tell me the context. First of all, how do you know these two ladies? How long had you lived with the first? All of that.
So Melissa and I met in college through some mutual friends. We were in a mutual friend group.
Okay.
We weren't the closest friends, but we were in a friend group. And then after college...
Were you real friends, Miss Sim, or were you frenemies?
We weren't frenemies, no.
Okay.
I didn't have anything...
It was giving frenemy vibes, right?
No, I mean, now it's...
Okay, Miss Sim, so I'm going to stay with you. Go ahead.
So we weren't the closest of friends, but we were friends.
Okay.
From what I knew of her, it seemed like she'd be a compatible roommate.
Okay. And so this is after graduation?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit after. And so we moved in together, and it was great. She was a compatible roommate.
Paid her bills on time?
Yes.
That's the most important part. That's the most important part of a compatible roommate, so that we're clear.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
She wasn't the perfect roommate, but it was compatible. And then her sister, Carrie, moved in. So Melissa and I were living together for a year, and it was fine. And then Carrie moved in for just a few months, 3 months, and
did she move into her own, meaning, was this a 3-bedroom unit, or did Carrie move it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't know if she moved in with her sister, like in the room with her sister.
No. Melissa and I had, it was a 3-bedroom, just she and I had, but we had that extra, the spare room as a guest room.
Got it.
And then extra storage, just.
Okay, so then Carrie moves in and occupies that room, and she's also paying, so now the bills are split 3 ways?
No, she's not paying.
Okay, tell me more.
So, So when we first discussed it, it was just going to be temporary.
Okay.
Like we're just helping, giving her a place to stay while she was in between jobs.
Oh, for free?
Yes.
And you agreed to that?
Yes, because
I'm just being clear.
I didn't expect it to be for as long as it was. Like,
what did you expect it to be, ma'am?
We didn't discuss how long she would be there.
Okay, continue.
But for the thing that we did discuss is that it was, quote, temporary while she's in between jobs.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like a month at the most, not 3 months. At the most, like, I hope you would get a job within a month.
Ooh, did you see how they looked at each other? They got something up their sleeve.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
If you're really being proactive and applying every single day and not just trying to mooch off your sister and her roommate.
Okay, and what did her presence on the property do to the living harmony?
Disrupted it.
Okay, tell me specifically how.
Melissa and I, like I said, the arrangement was fine before she got there.
For the first year?
Yes.
You two were together. Okay, go ahead.
The only issue I had, if it was really an issue, was that I was doing a little bit more when it came to responsibilities around the household, cleaning, cleaning pretty much.
Yeah.
And I understand that I have a different standard than most people, so I was doing a little bit more around the house, basically.
Okay.
And I was okay with that. It was just like one other person I was doing a little bit more when it came, like I was cleaning up after.
But once Carrie came in, let me guess, you started doing a whole lot more.
Oh yeah, and there was just more to do, basically.
Well, that's what happens when a third grown person moves into a residence.
But I mean, I wasn't, like when I was cleaning up after Melissa, it's not like I'd go and put her dishes away. Like she was fine
Well, were you doing that for Carrie?
No.
Okay.
But I would have to deal with seeing all that stuff around the apartment, which I never had to really deal with when it was just me and Melissa.
Okay, so this happens for 3 months. At what point does the confrontation occur?
August 1st. So on that, and so it was pretty much, she was there for 3 months, we had our fight, and then she was gone.
Talk about the fight, ma'am. Let's get to why we're here.
Carrie and Melissa stayed home one night having a girls' night in, whatever, and then I went out that night. When I got home in the morning, It was a mess.
Hold up. You mean to tell me someone is living there and not paying rent? I totally understand giving a family member a place to stay while they get back on their feet or find a job or something like that. But if they're not paying rent, I would at the very least expect them to clean up after themselves and be the most perfect roommate. That would totally get under my skin and I would grow to resent them. And that tension's gonna build until it explodes.
And before this night, there had been many instances where I spoke to Melissa and was like, letting her know that I was upset with how things were.
Okay, and then what happened?
So I came home to the biggest mess I had seen. And after the months of me talking to Melissa about how I felt with
What did you do, Miss Sims? Stop beating around the bush. What did you do?
I pretty much popped off on her. I like went off. I was like, what is this?
What does that mean? You popped off. What do you cussed her out? You yelled at her? What'd you say?
I wouldn't say I cussed her out, but I cussed at her.
So you cussed her out. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I came home really, I'm coming home at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's a mess.
Okay, so you cussed her out, and how did she respond? Let's move it along.
She got upset and loud too. So now we're just in the living room yelling at each other.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just yelling. I'm upset with her about the mess. I'm saying.
So
like,
why are you suing for $430? Because it's not against the law to yell.
Okay, so then Carrie comes out of her room and gets in the middle of it, and long story short, pushes
It's
me.
long. No, it's not short, Miss Sim. It's long. It's long story long,
It is a
and I'm
long
trying
story.
to get to long
Okay,
story
so
short.
she pushed me, and I fell, and I sprained my wrist when I broke my fall.
Carrie pushed you.
Yes. She
Okay.
got literally right in between us, and then pushed me, and I hit the ground, like I said, and
And you
sprained
sprained
my
your
wrist.
wrist. Okay, now go ahead and please proffer up to my bailiff here any receipts of medical expenses. Thank
Just
you.
have
No,
your
the whole
folder.
folder,
Oh,
please,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's see here. I see general procedures from a hospital. You had, of course, get an X-ray and non-surgical treatment, all totaling actually quite a lot. But fortunately, you do have some insurance coverage that ate into some of it, but you still had to come out of pocket $430. Okay, so you have paid and settled this bill, ma'am? You've paid this?
It's in collections.
Oh, okay. So you are depending on my ruling in your favor today to settle up your bill. Okay. All right. Let's see. Before I read these text messages, let me finally hear from the co-defendants here. Melissa, is she categorizing the roommate situation accurately? You two were college friends, sort of.
Yes, Your Honor.
You decided to cohabitate together to make
Yes.
the bills make sense. First year went pretty well, and then at some point you asked if your sister Carrie could stay temporarily while she found a job.
Yes.
Okay.
And
And then
as-
what happened?
I thought things were still going well. I was really excited to have my sister around. We'd invited Jenny to attend some of the sister nights with us. She wasn't partaking,
You said
but
sister nights?
yeah.
I'm curious. What's a sister night? I gotta know. What a sister night is.
Yeah, we pick a romantic comedy and we get wine and snacks and all the blankets and cushions, and we just veg out in our pajamas.
Okay, well now we know what a sister night is. Okay, so now it's a sister night, and then what happens?
Yes, so we did leave our things out over the night. We had some blankets out, wine glasses, definitely snacks. It was late. We decided to go to bed. Jenny wasn't home. I woke up the next morning to go get a glass of water. Jenny storms through the door, starts yelling at me, saying everything needed to be picked up. I said, okay, I can get on it, but I don't know why you're coming in so aggressive toward me. It wakes up Carrie. She comes out, gets in the middle of it, and what Jenny forgot to mention in her statement is that she knocked Carrie's phone out of her hand first. It fell onto the floor, shattered to the screen, and out of a pure reaction of defense, that is when Carrie led to pushing her away.
But now, Carrie, why were you in it?
Well, I woke up from sleeping, heard terrible screaming and cussing, and I came out and saw her up in my sister's face, and so I was gonna figure out what was going on. I wanted to defend her. I wanted to figure out what was going on. I didn't know that she was upset about the mess.
Okay.
It was early in the morning, and we had plans to get up in the morning, have breakfast, and then clean things up. But then, things escalated. I stepped in the middle of the two of them because they got really close to each other. hindsight, I probably shouldn't have because the rest took place, but I thought I was defending my sister.
So you thought your sister was in peril.
Yeah.
You step in to diffuse the situation, but end up getting your phone.
Yeah.
So what, was it slapped out of your
I
hand?
just had my phone in my hand.
Right.
I was talking very expressively. She
Expressively or aggressively?
expressively.
Okay, let's be clear.
Because
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out what was going on and also try to like create space between the two of us. Jenny then overreacted, smacked my
Well, that's
phone
your
out.
categorization. Go ahead.
Jenny swung her arm and it hit my phone and it fell and shattered the screen.
Okay.
Which is when the rest took place.
Okay. Now I'm going to collect a receipt because I'm sure you have a receipt to show me that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and give that to my bailiff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's look at the cost of this.
Here's the thing, usually stuff like this isn't something that just comes out of the blue. And the plaintiff testified that she talked to them, and the sisters didn't testify against that fact. So clearly this was a discussion that had been happening. That's the thing about roommate situations like this. If you do not discuss it and figure it out right away, it will build up and explode just like this.
Alleged phone damage here. I do see a cracked screen replacement. I mean, at this point, you must well buy a new phone because that was $251.28. And you have paid for this, ma'am?
Yes, I have.
Or is it in collections?
It's already been
That's the first
paid
I heard
for.
that one. Okay.
It has already been paid for.
So you're looking for reimbursement
Yes.
if I find in your favor today?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, you come into this dispute, which is elevated.
Yes.
Your thinking is to defend your sister.
Yes, ma'am.
You have your phone in your hand. You say that the plaintiff here swats at it, knocks it out, it's damaged, and you have to replace it.
Yes.
But then you admit, Carrie, that at some point you do put your hands on this woman.
Yes, kind
Was
of.
that in retaliation? No, tell the court the truth. Was that in retaliation? Or were you upset that your phone at this point is damaged and now you're pushing her in retaliation? Or how do you end up pushing her?
It happened sort of as a reaction to my phone being knocked out of my hand. It happened just about simultaneously. My phone fell. I swung back, and then we have a coffee table that was very, very close to her. She tried to move around it, was off balance, and that's why she fell. She wasn't falling because I had
I'm not even really concerned with her
aggressively pushed
fall,
her.
to be candid with you, ma'am. I'm more concerned with you putting your hands on her and propelling her physically in that
Understandable.
direction. Because table or no table, that once that contact was there, that's an assault. That's a harmful or offensive touching of another. Unless, did you invite the push, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But
so
didn't she also assault me by hitting my hand with my phone?
You didn't tell me she hit your hand with your phone. You told me that you came into the dispute trying to protect your sister's positioning and that your phone was swatted away.
Okay, I'll be more specific. She hit my phone out of my hand.
Okay.
It looked like an attack.
It felt like an attack
Okay,
as
well,
well.
I would expect you to say that.
Oh, now they're trying to curate their testimony? Like, come on. Funny how that happens, isn't it?
You swat her phone out of her hand?
I was waving my arms to just get her away from me. Like she came, like I said, she got right into the middle of us. So I'm like, get away from me. And when I did this, my hand hit her hand, her phone, whatever.
But you're telling this court under sworn oath, you swore all these folks in, right?
Swore all of
Yes.
them in, Your Honor.
Okay, so Jenny, you're telling me that you did not intend to hit her phone, or did you? Did you
no,
really?
No, I did not intend to have her phone land on the ground, touch it at
Did
all.
you even see her phone? Were you aware that the cell phone was in the mix between all of you three ladies having this argument?
Probably not.
Yes, she said, get that out of my face.
I said, get out of my face. She's like, I'm in the middle of arguing with her sister. It's heated. I'm not going to be paying attention to what she's holding when she comes up to me. Like, literally, it's just she's right in the middle of my face immediately. Like,
No, somebody's definitely lying because you're saying that she said, get that thing out of my face. So
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
saying she had acute awareness
Yes.
that a cell phone was at play, but you are saying, Jenny, that you had no such awareness and that the whole thing was a blur and you were just trying to defend yourself.
I know for sure I said, get out of my face. If I said, get that thing out of my face, like, it would be her phone in my face. But it was,
that's what she's
she
saying,
was
ma'am.
in my face.
Oh, okay.
Literally, it's her face, my face, Jenny's
was
face
not
right
that
behind her
close.
head. And she's saying she was being expressive with her as she's talking. Like, are you really, like, talking like this?
You
like,
just said you were doing that.
You
What
said
did
you
you
were
do?
just
I
went
said
like
I went like
this.
this, as in
You did
get
both.
I'm
out,
sorry,
like
sisters,
get
can
out,
you-
go
can you-
away.
Can you demonstrate one more time again? Thank you. Okay.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies. all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 oh. Oh man, I'm too old for that.
That's great. That's great. Okay, ladies, listen, I think I've heard enough here. Long story long, and I'm ready to rule. When you have a signed contractual roommate agreement, as you had with Melissa Smith here, you have to abide by those terms and conditions yourself. So you say, okay, little sis can come stay for a while, but you, as to your own admission to this court, ma'am, did not specify your expectation of what temporary meant. So therefore, this court does not feel like 3 months for a job search is extensive. What is not reasonable, though, Carrie Smith, is deciding to voluntarily insert yourself into an altercation, which could at any moment gotten physical between them, but then you brought your phone into the line of fire. You chose to do that. Nobody made you bring your cell phone into that. So therefore, your claim of $251.28 to your phone, rather, being damaged, this court will not recognize it. So your counterclaim is dismissed. Now let's get to the primary claim, ma'am. You are suing for $430 for fees associated with your wrist and your hospital bills and your physical injury. The court does feel that you also invited some level of harm. When you, as you admitted, popped off, you can't then control what the reaction is back to you. Therefore, I'm very sad that you were injured. I'm very happy that you seem to be in good physical condition today, but the $430 you incurred is your fault. Therefore, the plaintiff's case is also dismissed. That is my ruling.
You know, I actually didn't really see that one coming, but I do understand where the judge is coming from. We have all had bad roommates. I know I have had bad roommates. I know I have been a bad roommate. Sometimes you're not compatible when you live with someone, and of course, when it's two sisters living together, they're going to team up. It's going to be them basically against you in any kind of argument, no matter how right you might feel. Now, would I have blown up like that? Probably not. I've never blown up like that with a roommate. If I've ever had any issues with a roommate, I'm like, hey, listen, just clean up after yourself. That's all I'm asking. Literally, we're adults. Clean up after yourself. Like, I don't care about your own private area, but shared common space, you have to keep it clean. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.